Welcome, buenas, bonjour. Explorers all around. It's time for our safari. Let's hear your jungle sound. Get out your favorite book. We'll take a closer look. Adventures on the way. It's time to read. Hooray!
Hi, I'm Alina Celeste, and I'm here with the Reading Explorers program from the Center for Children and Families at Florida International University in partnership with Nova Southeastern University. We're funded by the Children's Service Council of Broward County and the Children's Trust. And I'm so glad we are, because today we're going to read The Very Hungry Bear by Nick Bland. Now, grown-ups, keep an eye out for points in the story where I use some of the techniques of dialogic reading. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, though. For now, let's start our book. The Very Hungry Bear by Nick Bland. Bear was in a grumpy mood.
Oh no!
He hadn't eaten any food.
Oh no!
And he couldn't catch a single fish to cook. Aw. He'd been hungry since the break of day, and every fish had got away.
Oh no!
How do you feel when you're hungry? I am not a happy camper when I am hungry. Well, let's see what Bear does about it. Well, what's his face? He looks pretty frustrated to me. Well, anyway, he'd been hungry since the break of day, and every fish had got away. Very frustrating start. Now suddenly, something huge was on the hook. Ooh. Yank! He cranked the handle round and round. He yanked the line and wound and wound. He flicked it here. He waved it over there. A hungry bear is very strong. So it didn't take him very long to discover that he'd caught... How does his face look to you? Happy? Angry? Sad? Surprised? I think he looks surprised. A polar bear? Well, no wonder he looks surprised. I didn't know you could catch a polar bear when you were fishing. Do you have to fish there? Said the hungry brown bear. You are catching all of the fish. Oh, yeah, look. The polar bear is holding a bunch of fish. Those were all the fish Bear was trying to catch. Man, how many fish do you see? Let's see. I think I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Whoa. I'm sorry, he said, as he lifted his head. You can have one of mine if you wish. Well, that solves Bear's problem. Then he added with a smile, You can have the whole pile, if you'll just find me somewhere to stay. My iceberg is shrinking, and soon I'll be sinking, and my home's such a long way away. Oh no. Oh, so tons of fish, but his iceberg is melting. Now, a fish to a bear is like a chocolate eclair. It's incredibly hard to resist. So the thought of a pile that would last for a while was an offer too good to be missed. What's going on here? Looks like Bear took all the fish, and Polar Bear's following him with... That must be the iceberg. With a splosh and a splish, and an armful of... Posh. Bear led the way through the trees. My cave's over there, and I'm happy to share. You can stay for as long as you please. That's nice. But his guest shook his head. I'm so sorry, he said. While your cave is particularly nice, it's just a bit hot from this coat that I've got, and the fire is melting my What? Ice. So they went to see Mole, and he dug them a hole, which was cooler, but just a little bit small. Oh, look. What is Mole holding? What do you think happened here? Mole is now holding a fish. They must have traded. Wow, everybody likes fish, I guess. But can the polar bear fit in that hole? Yeah, I think we're right. I think it's a bit small. Oh, well, and then they visited Croc on his cool river rock, but he wasn't that helpful at all. Ah! Yikes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that how many fish you see? Whew, Croc got 5. Mole got 1. That's 6. Perhaps this is best, said the bear from a nest. But I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh. So he's up here. Oh, look, bird is holding a what? A fish. Yeah, not a fish. Oh, and bear's still holding a fish. Then he squinted his eyes and he said with surprise, achoo! I'm allergic to trees. Oh, geez. So the bear with white hair followed right behind Bear to the only place left they could go. Away from the trees and that warm summer breeze. All the way up to the snow. They built him a home with an icy white dome. They only have 1 fish left. And Bear left a housewarming dish. Aw, oh, it's a fish. With a smile and a wave, Bear went back to his cave. And he stopped on the way for a fish. So wait, after all that, did Bear get a fish? I mean, hopefully Bear, right? But all the polar bear's fishes went away. That's crazy. Man, how frustrating, huh? You're hungry, get a bunch of food, and then you don't get to eat the food. How would that make you feel? I appreciate that Bear just went for it, though. He just went back and he started fishing again. Because what else can you do? Hold up your right hand and repeat after me. I am a reading explorer. I pledge to do my very best. In reading, math, and all the rest. I promise to obey all the rules in my group and in my school. Reading offers great adventures to me. Reading will help me be the best I can be. Dialogic reading is essentially about having a conversation with your child while you read a book. The 5 prompts of dialogic reading are completion prompts. Leave a blank at the end of a sentence so the child can fill the word in. For example, they went to see Mole, who dug them a hole. It can be a lot of fun as you read a book more than once. Your child will start to anticipate where to put those words in. Recall prompts. Basically, what happened? Ask your child what happened at the beginning of the story, or how did they get there? Help them work their minds in recalling what happened. Open-ended prompts. Focus on the pictures in the book. They tell a whole other story sometimes. You can say things like, what's happening in this picture? Or what's that over there? WH prompts. Who, what, when, where, why, how questions. For example, what is he holding? How many fish are there? Where are they? Who is that? Distancing prompts. Relate the story to your child's own experience. How do you feel when you're hungry? What do you do when you are frustrated? What is something that you can do when you haven't gotten exactly what you want? That's our book for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Happy reading!